Yo, what's up? Check this out. Do you know that you would have 100% complete control over what your mind thinks about? Your mind cannot think about anything that you don't allow it to. You have the ultimate power. No one has this power over you. The only power that you have completely over yourself is that you can control what happens upstairs. And I thought about how often we keep that thing open, the mind open for the world and everything going around us to put in there what it wants to put in there. We're not thinking about the things that we want to think about. We're thinking about the things that fall into our mind temporarily. Things come to our mind from all angles. So many things you're thinking about. You're thinking about so many different things, but different things come that you see, that you interact with, that change the subject of that thing that you were thinking about. You know, I'll give you an example. You wake up, you're thinking about showering, you're thinking about, are you going to be late? You're thinking about, what am I going to eat for breakfast? What am I going to wear? What time do I got to be at that meeting? Your mind never stops, and the world is putting things into your mind. But I feel like we have to focus on creating time where we choose what our mind is going to think about. You choose what your mind is going to think about. You put into your mind what you want to think about and focus on for that time. If we begin to do that, if we begin to channel our thoughts instead of letting the outside world influence and channel our thoughts, I think we'll have more success with the things that we want to accomplish. Because we're never really focused on one thing for that long. That's why we don't have that much success in that particular thing. If you thought a little bit more about that thing that you want to achieve, if you put more time and conscious thought into that particular thing, you're probably going to succeed in it. But there's so many things taking our attention. So many things that are distracting us from every corner. Nothing you can do to stop it. You know, you're online, you got to go pick up your kid. Is that check coming in? Am I getting sick? Is my daughter getting sick? Is my uncle going to recover from that illness? Am I going to meet this bill? I'm starting to put on weight. Oh, we ran out of food. Oh, I got to go cook dinner. I got to go pick this kid up. It doesn't stop. That's my point. The thoughts don't stop. But what you can do is that you can create time to say, I'm going to force my mind to think about this one thing, and I will have no distractions for like 5 to 10 minutes. Or you know what? I begin to look in the mirror and I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm slipping a little bit because I'm home and there's access snacks and things to eat. I haven't been eating too good. I haven't been working out, and I'm starting to change. So I'm going to spend the next 10 to 15 minutes thinking about what I need to change and how I'm going to do it. Because if you don't think about how you're going to do it, it's not going to get done. I'll say that again. If you don't think about how you're going to do it, then it's not going to get done. If you looked in the mirror and you don't like what you saw physically, and you said, I want to get from this to this, then you're going to have to sit there and think about a plan. Because if you don't create a plan, the plan is not going to create itself. You got to say, I'm going to think about this particular thing for 20 minutes, not interrupted. So Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I have this time between this time and this time. And I'm going to do this particular thing. And I wrote it down on the calendar. And I put it somewhere where I can see it to remind me. If you don't think about these things, they're not going to happen. What I'm trying to say is you got to think about and create a plan by forcing your mind to think about what you wanted to think about. And unless you create that time to think about that particular thing, it's not going to happen. That's how the mind is. That's how the mind works. So take the time to take control over your brain, over your mind, and force it to think about the things that you choose to think about. Okay, right now I have this problem. Okay, I've got to figure out this particular thing, and I'm only going to think about this thing, and that's it. And then you do that about the next thing, and then the next thing. And now you start developing the idea of putting things in your mind that you want to focus on and get accomplished. It's focused thought. I'll leave you this a little quick example, and then I'll go. When we were young, when I was young, I used to hold up a magnifying glass and reflect the sun onto like paper and like set paper on fire from the reflection of the sun through the magnifying glass. And you hold it there. Sometimes I'll burn bugs. I'm guilty. Sometimes you will hold it in the sun, and you're reflecting on a particular beam, and that beam is just on that particular spot. And if you move it, it cools up. So you got to keep it there. You got to keep it there long enough till you begin to see smoke. But you can't move it until you begin to see smoke. And the minute you see smoke, wait a few more seconds, and then you'll see fire. That's like the mind. If you want to come up with a solution to a problem right now, because a lot of us are in problems, a lot of us are going through some stuff. So if you want to try to eliminate and figure out a solution to a problem right now, you're going to have to be like that magnifying glass with your thought. Think about how to do it. Don't think about nothing else. Because when you think about other thing else, you're moving the beam from the target. Choose some time to think about that one particular thing, nothing else. Phone's off, people are out of the room, and I'm going to focus right now for 15 minutes to solve this problem. You're going to find a solution. Because you know why? You're beaming that beam into the spot, and smoke is coming out. Don't be distracted. Don't move, because that's at that right time is when it's going to start catching fire. And it is a solution when you begin to see fire. So if you want a solution for your problem, use your mind. Your mind is a very valuable thing. You can solve any problem that you want to solve if you just use your upstairs. Peace. Share this message. If you got something from the message, leave me in the comments. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Peace.